Hello, long time no see. Today I will do some live coding using Next.js 15. Not sure how this will end up. To be honest, I haven't tried Next.js 15 yet. As you can see here, I also have the React 19, so it's going to be interesting. We will see if this works. I talked to some people that already tried React 19 and there are some glitches. Let me know if you can hear me, if everything is fine with the audio and the quality of the stream, and we're gonna start soon. So yeah, I see some comments. Oh, there is one person already on the chat. Hi, Dariusz. Yeah, there's Mateusz. Awesome to have you. Okay, so I think we can start. If you have some ideas for some future live coding topics, just let me know in the comment section. I will try to do more in the future. Let me know. There is also Adam. Good to have you. All right. The plan for today is to try to build some authentication. So we have some project. I created it just before the stream using regular Create Next app starter. And then I just updated the Next.js to the release candidate because the Next.js 15, as you might know, it's not yet stable. So it's still release candidate. We'll give it a try. It's nice that it's already React 19, so we'll try the new React compiler thing. They promised us to not use memo and any other weird hooks, so we'll see how this works. There's also some changes regards the fetch function, so no longer cached by default. Not sure if it's a good decision. Actually, I thought that they will resign from actually doing anything fancy with the regular fetch function. I thought that they will just have something like next fetch or something like that. I'm not a big fan of just changing the implementation of the fetch function behind the scene. But maybe you have other opinions, let me know. There are some others updates also, but we'll not focus on them too much. So before get into the coding, maybe let's just summarize how we can build the authentication. So we can build custom, auth, self-made. So this is the one option that we can basically try to build authentication on our own. I think it's almost never a good idea because actually authentication is pretty tricky. So there are a lot of nuances, how to store the passwords, how to handle the sessions. So I'm not a big fan of the custom authentications. If you ever did your own custom authentication system, let me know. Maybe it worked out for you, and also share with us why you decided to do it and if it's working on production. Then there is a second option. So using some SDKs like Firebase, Supabase, Clerk, and probably many others. So this is a second option to build authentication. So we can use just some ready-to-use libraries. I'm also not a big fan of Firebase. Maybe Supabase is a bit better because it's open source and I like this project, but I still have a problem with solutions like that because they are changing from time to time, right? So for example, you can have some huge product already built with the Firebase, and they may just decide to change the pricing or change the terms of usage, some regulations and so on. And then you basically have to move out. And of course, I'm not saying that Firebase for sure will change the terms tomorrow, but it's just a risk, right? And there's a third option that we will try today. So it's just using some libraries, but libraries for authentication that we can self-host completely, we can control. So for example, auth.js, right? Because Next.auth, it's something for Next.js. Right now, I think it's named auth.js, so perhaps I will just write it like that. Last time I was using the the auth.js, it was just Next.auth, and it was for Next.js. But yeah, I like this option because we don't have the risk of solutions like Firebase Clerk that everything is controlled by some external company, but still we don't have to develop the authentication ourselves. So there are some already patterns, some mechanisms used by the authors of this library. And this library is battle tested, so we can be certain that there's no serious bugs in it. So I like this approach. It's open source. We are owning our data. We can use our own database, no matter if it's on the cloud or if we are just self-hosting it. So I think it's a good option. So we'll try to add the Next.auth to the Next.js 15, and we'll use Postgres, because obviously if you want to give your users possibility to log in, of course we have to preserve somewhere our users, and I will just use Neon DB. It's quite interesting project. It's neon.tech. It's quite interesting project. I just actually wanted to show you the homepage, to be honest. Let's go. Yeah. So the Neon is serverless DB. It's open source. So I think it's quite interesting project. They have also a free plan, which is not obvious with the databases. So if you would like to, try building some backend and try just to have some database online, then I think it's a nice option to try this database. And today I will try to configure it with Next.auth or auth.js. So let me know what you think. Next are not even recommended Firebase for auth in their docs. Oh, just interesting that they pointed out that it's not recommended. I know that still a lot of people are using Firebase. I even posted some videos long time ago about Firebase. There are a lot of tutorials on that. So I think for some experiments, Firebase is still a nice option, but I think there are better options, right? So if you are okay with running own database or just using something like Neon DB, then I think it's worth to try at least something other than Firebase, especially that you can learn something along the way. Mateusz is asking, Kinda, to be honest, I just saw some advertisements on Twitter, so it's pretty well promoted there, and I haven't tried the Kinda myself. We can Google it right now, Kinda.auth or kind. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not a native speaker. You can correct me in the chat. So it's auth for modern applications. Wow. So like the minimalism of the design of this page, it's free up to 10K. Yeah. So yeah, here's the thing about all these solutions. Like today it's free up to 10K, but how it would gonna be tomorrow, nobody knows. Maybe they even can close their business if they are not making enough money. Of course, I'm not wishing that to Kinda, but it's just the thing that I don't like about third-party solutions like that, that there's always some risk that something can change about this service. But yeah, looks nice. Let's see, maybe do they have some integration with Next.js? Okay, there is some. They are already supporting AppRouter SDK, so this is quite important. If you would like to integrate something in Next.js, always make sure that the library is catching up with the latest development of Next.js, because for some libraries, I think it's not that obvious, but here we have a AppRouter, so that's good, because today we're gonna use AppRouter. But yeah, who knows, maybe I will try this in some point in the future, but today we're gonna just try the auth.js. So yeah, let's go to the docs. So get started. Here we have npm install next auth, and then we have add API root into the new app router. Okay, so I will install this because, to be honest, I didn't do it before the stream. So here I have the regular VS Code. Here I have terminal, so I will just stop the server and I will just install the next auth. Let me know, guys, maybe I will make it a bit larger. So if somebody's watching that on the mobile phone, maybe it would be better for your eyes. So npm install next auth, yeah, and we will try. Yeah, so the stream is going, and oh, what happened? So okay, so the first problem, there's the next auth looks like it's not supporting next 15. Okay, maybe we can force it somehow and just see if it will work. So recommended protections are disabled, and let's see. So maybe I will have to change the name of this stream today to Next.js 14, or maybe we'll spot that actually it works with the recent version or release candidate of Next. So okay, the next auth looks like it's installed. Now I will add what they are saying in the docs. So we have the pages api/auth, okay, and they have a GitHub provider here. So maybe we'll change it to credentials. Yeah, so for new documentation, go to the auth.js. Okay, I will go to the new documentation. Sorry, guys. So here, get started, and we have, yeah, I will go back, Next.js. So installing auth core is not necessary. Okay, they are saying beta, so maybe I will do it once again. Let's try it. Next auth beta. Maybe it will shout at me again that this version of Next it's not supported, but let's see what's okay. So yeah, we have the most recent. Yeah, it's next auth 5. So let's see if this works. Okay, and I will start the dev server in the back, and let's configure our project, because obviously it's not enough to just add this library. We'll have to generate some secret. So npm auth secret. Okay, we have to install the package. So, okay, we have some secret generated. I will copy it to the local .env file. So I don't have one yet. So it would be just .env. Oh, what's happened here? No. .env .local. Yes, I want to name the file like that. So we have some secret generated. What else we have to do? Okay, Our secret. Okay. And now we have to create a new auth file, and we have to, okay, create it in the root of our project. So it's going to be auth.ts. Okay. So it's working. I will run maybe the dev server in the back just to see. Maybe no, but I think it's too soon for any error. Now let's just create a new file here. So I will open, what is the name? So I will just copy it over here. Okay, and here we have to create new folder API. Inside of it, we have create auth. Then we have to create this one. Okay, new folder and next auth. And now finally root.ts. All right. So here I can remove of it. Okay. And we have to copy over something like that. Okay. Saving it. I will close server for now. Okay, so this is just an alias that Create Next App is offering us. So don't be confused with that. It's just importing from the auth file that we have in the root directory. And here we exporting some handlers. So not sure if this already will work. We still have to add the middleware. All right, so I will just copy this and we'll create the middleware here in the root folder. So it's middleware.ts. Okay, we have it. And then we have to set up the authentication methods. So we have to fill our providers array because auth.js is quite interesting because we not only are getting some hooks or some middlewares or some stuff that we can use within our API endpoints, but they are offering us providers. And this is super nice thing that, for example, if you are using auth.js or other solutions like that, and somebody is asking you, hey, can you support Discord login or GitHub login or, I don't know, Instagram login, you don't have to come up with your own implementation of that. Instead, you can just use ready providers. So that's interesting. And here we can also, for example, have some magic links. It's also interesting that people are not storing any passwords inside your application. Instead, they just providing the email address, and email is just a way of authenticating. So if somebody wants to log in, your backend will send the email with some temporary code, and then this code can be exchanged, this token can be exchanged for the session. So it's quite interesting. If you would like to build something like that on your own, there's quite a lot of things that you have to take care. And here, as you can see, it's just a matter of importing the provider. Of course, you have to set up how you want to deliver the emails, which is also not that obvious, because you can use your own SMTP server, you can use the services like Resend or SendGrid or others. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a matter of using the SDK in the right manner, calling the functions that are imported from the Next Auth stuff. So it's way less work than you have to do it on your own. So I will try first to just implement the good old credentials authentication, because yeah, it should be easy. So let's try to use it. Here we have auth.js. It's right now empty, but I will just take it here. And your own logic for dealing with plain text password strings. Be careful. All right. So salt and hash password. Here is interesting thing. So never ever store your customers' passwords in the plain text, because then if your database is leaked or somebody get access to your database, then it's very easy just see what password which user has. However, if you use the salt and hash, then we are storing just a hash of the password. And if somebody is authenticating, then we are just comparing the hash of the password to the hash that you have stored in the database beforehand. So it's just just the way how you should solve it. This looks like something that we have to implement, the salt and hash password. Let's take a look if they have some suggestions here to develop that. So salt and hash password, credentials, password. Okay, if you're using, oh, that's weird actually that they don't have any suggestions here how to deal with the salt. So we will solve it in the second. And get user from DB. Of course, we have to prepare some DB connection to our users. So, okay, let's maybe first try to set up the DB connection. So I think this is going to be something that still I have to figure out. So I will just go with Prisma because we're going to use Postgres. So Prisma docs, and I will just install the new Prisma client. So we go with this. Okay, so we have to install TypeScript, TS node, types node, and then we have to install Prisma. All right, so I will copy this over, and also we have to install what else? We have to install Prisma, of course. And I will type it here, and let's see what will happen. So we're gonna need Prisma, and yeah, so it takes a while because night at this hour, I think. That actually takes longer than I thought. But yeah, in the meantime, we're gonna look for some way. So it's gonna be auth.js hash password. Okay, if there are anything, no, I think it was here. Providers. Actually, that's weird. They think for hashing the passwords. Of course, we can hash it on our own, but yeah. Okay. There are no example, really? Okay, maybe that a discussion. Oh, why it takes so long? Come on. Okay, that way, just Prisma. Maybe it would be easier to install it. And what have we here? No, nothing interesting. Okay, looks like somebody had a similar problem. What is recommended right now? Let's take a look on it. Okay, so it's developed still. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, hash, here we are passing the password, and then we are getting the hash in return, and into the database, we are storing the hash. And then if somebody is again sending the password to log in, then we are just verifying the hash with the password, and if everything is fine, then we are allowing somebody to log in. So I will install the Aragon, but I don't know what is happening with the bloody npm. Come on, npm install Argon 2. Okay, but come on, now I need Prisma, right? npm. That's weird. Add Prisma. Okay. Interesting. Okay, maybe maybe it will work. Who knows? So we have Argon, no user found. So his first attempt to log in, meaning this is also the place you could do registration. Okay. So we're gonna implement the, so I will just open here. Okay. So I will just open new folder, but not in the app, come on. New folder, the utils. All right. And here I will create new folder, password, or maybe not folder. Yeah, I will delete this, and instead I will just create a new file, password.ts. Okay, and we're gonna create and export const salt and hash password. Okay. It takes a password and import Argon to the, let's take a look. Okay, we have to await it, so I will do async here. Okay. Property hash is not existing. Okay, maybe it's like that. Yeah, looks like. Okay. Or we can actually just do it that way. Just return it. So we have salt and hash password function. we have to add some types. Okay, probably it's not the best TS. Yeah, we should actually type this, but we can do it later. So we have the hash here. Actually, never used this library before, but yeah, let's see. And here we have to get user from DB. So for that, I will need the Prisma. But as you can see, still Prisma is installing in the back. Not sure why it's taking so long. I'm getting actually annoyed. I know that probably the professional streamers are installing their NPM packages before the stream, but it's a lesson learned. Okay, I will stop it and I will try it again. Okay, so let's. Maybe a lot of people are coding at the moment. Okay, there is some progress. So looks like, yeah, Yarn saved us. Okay, so coming back to the Prisma, because we installed it, now we have to also init this. And we need to npm install and so let's just try npx. Okay, looks like it. Okay, so we have to specify in the schema our provider, and we have to provide the data. So we have here, I will just copy the database URL from NeonDB. I have the configuration somewhere here, and I will just put it into the local. Of course, we just have to provide, as it states, database URL. Okay. And Prisma. If you let me know if you tried Prisma already, because maybe for some of you it's already familiar, but the Prisma is just offering you the way that you can specify the schema structure here in this file. And then if you would like actually to have that structure inside the database, then you have to create a migration or just push the schema to your database. So instead of going to your database and typing SQL's commands to create your database, we can steer that from the Prisma. So I will just have the user, and here I can specify actually why the Copilot is not helping me here. So I will just yeah, I know that Drizzle is getting traction. I haven't tried Drizzle, to be honest. I'm not sure how it's different and why it's better. Maybe it's time to update also on that. Okay, so here we can specify the database URL. We already have it. Of course, in your case, if you are not using Neon, which is generating for you the database URL, here you can specify, of course, credentials to your local DB, right? So if you are running Docker and you have your Postgres DB locally, then you can copy the database URL and just use it. If you have database running elsewhere on your server or some other service like that, you also can copy the proper URL. And now let's see what we can do. So here it is. We have the model user. So here is the model US user ID, default email, and here we maybe would have just password hash. And right now, I think that would be it. Maybe created that. Why not? Oh, maybe let's keep it simple for now. So, okay, we have our database schema specified. So I will just run the command like npx prisma db push reach server at localhost. That's weird actually, because I'm not having the. Okay, so maybe Prisma is needing their own .env file. So I will put it here and let's try it. Can't reach database server at, why is that? So it's Prisma. Okay, it's .env database. So it should work. Happening. So connect to your DB. In case the URL, which is defined .env, right? .env. Okay. Okay. This, because maybe Prisma is just wanting this instead of local. So I will move this to trash. I will also delete these .env, and now I hope it will work. So it will be Prisma DB push again. And yeah, it's pushing to our remote DB. Make sure your database is running. Okay, why it's not working? So dashboard. So again, maybe it changed over time. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, it worked. So maybe there was some old credentials there. So let's see how our database is looking now, because here we should be able just to access the database. So we have it here. Do they have something to preview the tables? Okay, we have the table and we have here the ID, email, and password hash. All right, so now we can try maybe to log in finally. So coming back to our our file. Let's go to auth.js. Let's see what we can do here. So we have now the next function, which is get user from DB, and then we are just passing the credentials, email, PV hash. Okay, so I will implement this function. So we can utils and maybe just have here auth.ts, and here we can have the function const name get user from DB, and then here we can, yeah, it's string TypeScript expert. Sorry about that. And we have to call our database, because obviously if we want to check whether the user is there, we have to basically query the database. So I will just set up here a new Prisma client, and let's call it that way. And we can find first, and as you can see, we don't have here the password in the database. So instead, I will do something like this. So I will write const user equals to await, and we'll just get the email address. And here we have to compare the hash that we have in the database with the password that was provided. So we have to again take a look in our Argon thing, and we have to verify so we can have a try catch, and we can import Argon. All right. And here we can just move it over. So here we have our user, and if no user, we will just return null. Otherwise, we can just verify user password hash. Okay. Or if there's no password hash. Okay. So no, actually it's password. Yeah, that's good. So we'll compare it that way. And if the password match, we're gonna return the user. For now, we will return just null. Of course, later we can provide here some errors or stuff like that. But for now, let's keep it simple. Of course, we have to export this. And here we have to import, right? So import get user from DB from utils.auth, and what happens? What's wrong? User authorize. So otherwise user user okay, so we have to promise. And now what's the problem here? Get user return. Okay. That's weird. Credentials. Awaitable user. Awaitable user. Checked. Okay. Maybe let's ignore it for now. Who knows? Okay. So we have these two functions implemented. Let's run our server in the back. And let's run it here. So there is something wrong with crypto. Maybe we have to install it, maybe not. Reading from handled is not handled by plugins. Webpack supports. Node crypto. Model build failed. Reading from node crypto. It's not. Saying about this. Node countered the first problem with using Next.js 15 and React 19. Who knows? Let's check. What does it mean? Module build failed. Okay, let's see. This error is typically caused by trying to import built-in Node.js module, in this case crypto, in the context where it's not available, such as in the front-end JavaScript or TypeScript file that's being bundled by tool like Webpack or Parcel. If you are using Webpack 5, it no longer includes polyfills for Node.js core modules by default. You need to add a suitable replacement or polyfill it yourself. Interesting. Module. Oh no, I don't want to fight with Webpack now. But maybe we have to, right? Webpack, no Webpack configuration yet. Oh no, that was something that I was afraid to lose time on shit like that. So module crypto. Maybe let's Google that. Maybe it's something that Copilot doesn't know about this. Handled by plugins. I'm getting this. Okay. The fix appears to be telling Webpack about using external. Okay. Using next and tweaking the Webpack config. Okay, this looks very promising. So let's try it. Let's try it, guys. So next.js.config. Okay, and we'll try this. We'll try this. We'll try this, and some different error probably, but Native module not found. Crypto. Quick check. Node version. Okay. No. Welcome to the live coding and build the custom packages. Deploy it. Node universal. Okay, that didn't work for me, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I didn't expect that we can have such weird error. For anybody tracking this, does not support Node, and this might be by design, or I had the same solution. Reading from I had the same problem recently, and adding helped. And that package is using Node Crypto. Putting your server in the middleware and even imported does not work. Okay. Still not possible to use Node Crypto with Next.js. So looks like something is wrong with the hashing. So just to prove that, let's maybe, can we actually do some hashing without using Node Crypto? So this is Argon 2. Is it using Node Crypto behind the scenes? Who knows? Before installing. Okay, it's probably using it. Okay, maybe not this one. Popularity. Show me some other options. Standard sub-rescue integrity. Hasha. Hashing made simple. Get hash of string. Okay. And tell me your, okay. Convince wrapper around the core crypto hash class. Okay. So this probably won't work as well. That's funny. Okay. That's weird. That's weird. bcrypt.js. All right. So there is one suggestion from chat. Let's try old good bcrypt.js, which is the JS file, the package that was actually released 7 years ago, but maybe it will work. Oh, but there were just other, like, maybe it's bcrypt, not this one. Bcrypt is the cryptographic hash. All right, I think this looks better, right? So I'm using it wisely. All right. So but the worst thing that can happen is that we'll replace the Aragon with this, and we still would have the same error. So let's try it. Yarn at bcrypt, and let's see what happens. Okay, that was quite fast. I will, where is this JSON file? I will remove yarn, remove. Okay, so we have the bcrypt, and let's try to refactor. And refactor is a big word, maybe for two functions, but salt and hash password. So here I will just import bcrypt. The question, do you still do something with blockchain? Yes, I'm currently working in ZK space. I'm learning Rust, so maybe there would be some interesting materials on that as well. But today it's a bit more full stack stream, but of course there would be some content from Web3 world soonish, and also something with Rust probably. But if you guys have some suggestions, what would you like to see on this channel? I'm open. So let's try to use the bcrypt. So we can require it. Then we have the sol rounds and generate to hash password. Salt rounds technique. Store hash in GDB. Okay, so here we have to first. Oh, I don't like that. So I will use the technique too. So we will autogen salt and hash. Probably we would need to store the salt as well. So I will then password salt, and it would be string. Okay, let's push our DB schema to the remote database, and let's try it again. So we have here this and the password, and it's gonna be bcrypt, bcrypt, and my plain text password. It's password salt rounds. Let's do it 10. And couldn't find the declaration file for module. Come on. How so? We just installed the bcrypt package JSON. Bcrypt. Maybe it's just in VS Code. Maybe it's just a VS Code problem. You have to install typings. Okay. Yeah, and okay, good thing that we can do this with promises as well. So I will maybe do it that way. Okay. Okay, I will just return it maybe. Okay, so the hash, right? Or okay. a hint. Let's install this. Okay, and we have to compare load hash from your DB. Okay, and it will be here, and we can do it like that. Import bcrypt from bcrypt, and here we can just do user password hash, password, and here we have hash, and I will just do it like that. Bcrypt, we can get rid of it, and if password match, we are returning the user, otherwise we are returning null. And let's see, maybe this will work. So we're gonna run the server, and but maybe it's too soon to actually be happy. So let's try it. Localhost 3000. Oh, module parse failed. Unexpected token. Oh. You may need appropriate loader to handle this file type. Currently, no loaders are configured to process this file. So maybe we have to install something. Install. To face this error. That's not good. Not good, guys. Smooth and easy live coding session, but as you can see, there's no stuff like that. Can't resolve npm and server. What's wrong with that? Critical dependency. Huh. Module parse unexpected token. Help me. Bcrypt crashing node modules. Maybe it's that. After hours of breaking my head on, I tried using npm types bcrypt instead, and then it worked. And okay, but we are using bcrypt, not bcrypt.js, right? Install bcrypt as a development dependency. Okay. So I'm a bit confused because bcrypt seems to be something that is actually developed and used, something optimized bcrypt in plain JavaScript with zero dependencies. Huh. Interesting. So maybe, okay, usage async to has password, compare. Okay. I faced the same issue with my modules. Alternatively, this can be used with React projects. It worked as intended. Thank you. Okay. So here we go, CJ. Here we go again. Let's try npm or yarn remove bcrypt, of course, and let's try again like yarn add. Oh, it's regenerating this. Okay. Okay, name this live coding session to um, fighting with hashing passwords instead of actually coding the authentication. But it is how it is, right? So yarn at bcrypt.js. Okay, it's maybe working. And now types yarn. Okay, come on, yarn add types. And now again, let's go to passwords, password utils. And here we, whoa, what's bcrypt, and usage. I have to import that from bcrypt.js, right? And we can hash it. We can hash it. Should work, right? But to hash password, salt. There's already or generate salt. Generates salt. Okay, there is option. So here we have salt. Okay. Wait, bcrypt hash. So this should work. This should work. This should work. And let's try it. Let's try the server right now. Starting. Ready. No errors so far. Let's refresh. Oh, come on. Import. Okay, this is some old import still in our auth here. So bcrypt.js, right? And here we are comparing. All right, so looks like the library that is 7 years old works better than fancy Argon 2 and some other stuff. Okay, so now let's try to actually log in somehow. So coming back here, we have big thanks to Adrian. Adrian saved the today live coding session because we moved a bit forward. So yeah, now we have to log in somehow, and we have the authentication here, and so why this? Yeah, we have components. We have the sign in form. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Auth.js. I was trying to blame you that your that your that your documentation sucks, but actually the problem was between keyboard and chair. So I will just go here, app components, new folder, components. All right, and here we're gonna create function sign in, new sign in .tsx. Yeah, that's what they are suggesting here. Oh, nice. It's using use server action sign in credentials. Okay. So let's try. Let's maybe take a look in our auth and let's see what's there. So we have user and no, actually that is here. So no user found. So this is their first attempt to log in, meaning this is also the place you could do registration. Okay, so from auth, I will just create something like export const create new user. Okay, we have email and the password. Okay, and we're gonna try this. So we'll hash the password, we'll create the user, and we will return this user. So maybe this will work out. So we will have here create new user, and what we can do is credentials, email, and we can provide it user equals await create new user. Maybe this will work. Who knows? This error actually still, I think something will hit us in the forehead. But let's wait a second and let's see if this component will actually work. So I will create new page. So it's going to be up, new folder, log in. Okay. And this is going to be page.tsx. Okay. And what we can return here actually. Okay. I will just copy this. Maybe too much. Okay. I know that probably the styling won't be perfect here, but we can of course improve it. So it's gonna be log in here. We'll import our beautiful component called sign in. So it's gonna be import sign in from components. Why not? Sign in. We're gonna render this and okay. Let's try it. Login, of course. Fail unexpected token main expected JSX identifier. What's wrong with that? Okay, makes sense. Some syntax error. Okay, so we can specify the email. I will type here. Oh, why it's not visible? Okay, some styling. I guess we can maybe class name. Text black. It's styled, so okay, maybe let's try to style it a bit. Block. I will add this as well here. Okay. Do some padding. Can't you see how the tailwind is beautifully these inputs here? Okay, so there's be admin at admin.com, password, secret password. And now if I click sign in, okay, something is happening, but we have callback root error. Callback root error. What happened, guys? Why it's not working? Okay. Provider credentials. Callback root error details. Let's see. So it's gonna be off here. Oh, clever. Okay, get rid of this comments as well. But this was not throwing any errors, at least for now. Let's try admin@admin.com. And now let's try to sign in. Okay, something happened, guys. Let's take a look into DB. Okay, maybe it's something here. How to refresh this? Let's take a look. Okay, we have here the password and the admin. So something is working. Okay, but now somehow we need to see whether the session is really working. So we can build some page on which we can display our session information. Okay, so we have here this auth.ts thing. We have sign in form, which is not perfect, but it's working. And we can now just do some special page and just try to get the session. So get the session, and we have components, maybe like user avatar. Okay, maybe not this. So we can await the session. Interesting. We can do this in the server component. So what I will do now is I will build a new page. So I will call this page user, and inside I will just create ph.tsx and export export default, right? How was it? Export default function, and it's gonna be user. Okay, and here restricted page. Okay, nothing fancy. Export default async function. Let's make it bloody server component. And coming back here, let's just do the user restricted page. For now, it's not the proof that actually it's working or not, but let's try to do some stuff from the documentation. So here, let's take a look. I will import the auth and do this with alias, of course. And now I can get the session here and try the best debugging technique called console log. So let's save it. And wow, we have access to the user. So now what we can do is we can actually see if this works. So I will add here the logout functionality. Sign out. Sign out. Give me the sign out, guys. Sign out. Okay. We have it here. We have to wrap it in the form. Don't like it, but probably there's other way. And we're gonna do form Okay, maybe it would not be too elegant, but we are just trying things on this live coding. So we have form and sign out. Okay, I will click this and I will refresh this, and let's see what happens okay, the user is null. So the session basically is null, and we can detect this if no session, then redirect. So navigation. Login page. Come on. Yeah. So okay. Okay. Okie dokie. So I will JS sign in, redirect to. This is what I needed. So there would be login page. Then we have this component here. And what it takes, sign in, redirect to. So we have options. So the first is credentials. Then we have the options. And perhaps we can do like that. Form data, no. So it takes credential. We can redirect to our user page. Okay, so what we have now is we have login page, we have protected root, and then yeah. So the question is there a better way to protect roots in a global way instead of importing auth in every session? Possibly, yes. I think we have to check this in the second, but let's maybe try one thing first, whether this simple happy path works, that we have protected root. If the user is not logged in, then we are redirecting to the sign in page, and then once we sign in, we are coming back to the protected root. So let's try it now, whether it works or not. I will use again admin.com. Okay, sign in, pending, because I'm calling serverless database, which you can see it's not really. Oh, what happened? What happened? Provider. Callback root error details. Huh. What happened? Meta user. Something here. What? Invalid constraint failed. Ah, okay. So interesting. Looks like something is wrong with the logic that handles user. So get user. If there's no such user, password hash. So maybe I used wrong password. No, let's maybe try admin.com, and I will provide the password. Okay, so with new user it worked, but there's no redirect. I'm not sure why, but let's see. User. Okay. Why there's no console log? I've removed the console log or no? Ah, yeah, I removed the console log. Okay. Do not confuse me again. Session. Okay. We are on this guy. And now I will log sign out admin1 at admin.com and sign in. Okay. So there is a problem. There is a problem with signing in. So we have to resolve the problem with this. So let's take a look again, because something probably is wrong with the hash, because the user obviously exists. So we have find first. We are looking for email. The user is returned. Let's check the database here. Okay, I will refresh manually. Just to be sure. Okay. I think it's wrong with the comparing. So await compare string with the hash. We are comparing the password, get user from DB, password match. Maybe let's do it. I think password. Let's actually check this as well. Password not match. Password not match. Okay, we have a bunch of console logs. They will save us, or at least give us some clue. Admin.com and sign in. Okay, we have an error. That was expected. And provider credentials. I can't see. So the password hash is returned. It's just not match. It's just not matching. For some reason, our bcrypt is unfortunately not working here. So it's bcrypt.js. We are comparing, and we are comparing compares the given data against the given hash. Data to compare. So looks like we don't have to provide salt for some reason, right? Compare, load hash from your database, compare, returns promise, if callback is omitted. Okay. Compare. So looks like something is wrong with this compare. Because this is actually failing, and we have hash returned password hash. It's returned here, and turned, and it tries to create a user because the hash is not right. Interesting. What we can do about this? password match. Huh. Okay. Okay, my last idea. So I will just const bcrypt require bcrypt.js. Okay, and we will do password hash. So I will do let password. Okay, password. And now we'll calculate the hash exactly that way. Okay, we have password hash to result equals await bcrypt compare and how was it? Get user from DB compare password. No, password. And here we'll type this. Okay, so here it works, right? So something is wrong here. Password hash, password hash, password hash. And let's do it again. Let's copy it. This was already declared, of course. And this is not. I think I use the same password. Password hash. So let's create new user. Okay. We'll do again some of them. So log in. Oh, the server stopped running, of course. So let's try it again. And starting. Okay, reloads. I'll create a new guy, admin.com, and the same password. Sign in. Sign in. It's pending. Okay. Okay. Create new user. Huh. So here it's already returning. So I did some mistake. So create new user. Create new user. It's already getting the hash, right? Ah, okay. That actually makes sense why it doesn't work. See, guys, here we have to pass the password, not the hash as it was before. All right, so we were doing some double hashing. My fault, apologize. So I guess I will get rid of these guys because obviously logging to these emails would be quite hard at the moment. So I will just get rid of these guys and let's try again. So I will go with admin.com. This password. I will go to user. Okay, we are logged in. I am logging out. And here I will do admin@admin.com. And I will just pass the sign in. Oh, again, I thought it should work now. Create new user, but still passwords do not match. Huh, interesting. Why? So get user from DB. We are comparing port. Get user from DB. Get user from DB. Yeah. Get user from DB. Okay. So I think again the same problem. So get user from DB. And I don't have to pass. That's the case. So I don't have to hash this here. I will take care of hashing and comparing inside. So again, CJ, again. So, and let's try again. Why not? Why not? Maybe this time, maybe this time. So there would be, let's remove this and let's try to log in again. I have here admin@admin.com. Sign in. User. Okay, and then at admin.com. Again, the password. Okay, so that was that. So looks like now we are able to log in. Still, of course, a lot of work to do ahead of us because we have to handle the errors and so on. But at least I moved a bit forward. I think I will continue working on this application in next live coding session because it'll already take a while. But yeah, answering the question of protecting resources. So we have the way to check the session inside the server components. So we can just check whether the session is present. If not, then we can do something. But of course, it's inconvenient to do this in every damn React server component or every page. So instead, probably there's a way to make a middleware. Yeah. So for example, we can have the middleware and we can just specify some pattern that, for example, if somebody accessing this list of protected routes, then we want to make sure that the session is there. So there is a better way answering, Adrian, your question, to handle that through the middleware. So I guess that's all for today. I spent a bit too much time on this hashing. I was not aware that these library will not work with Next.js. My fault. But looks like bcrypt.js. It's working perfectly fine. Then there was also this problem with hashing here that I fucked up with the auth library file. And instead of passing just a plain text password and then deal with the hash, I was doing the hash and then again hashing it. So that's the problem why it was not working before. So that's all for today. I hope you spent nice time on this live coding. If you have some questions, if you have some ideas for some future coding, live coding sessions on this channel, let me know. I also plan to do some less technical streams. For example, we can talk about the roadmaps of blockchain developers or front-end blockchain developers, and just cover some topics like that, or just continue working on this authentication app in Next.js 15, because I think there are still plenty of stuff to discuss. The good thing is that we have so far the login, the logout, and the protected page. Maybe it's not that much, but still we can extend it on the next session. So let me know, what would you like to see? And for now, that's all. Thank you for watching, and see you on this channel. Take care, guys.